so that when the time comes, and it's coming, when the time comes and it's coming, that people are going to start needing a lot more help, and a lot of the conventional things aren't going to be so available, and a lot of things are going to change. Do you understand that? Mm-hmm. And people are going to need help. Yeah. They're going to rely on you. You're going to be able to say, look, you're going to be able, for those people that are sick, you're going to be able to travel out to your forest, to this place, to that place, and to get these things, to put these things together, to help these people. You're going to be able to divine. You're going to be able to tell them, okay, this is what's happening, this is what's happening, that's what's happening. Look, the third lesson is dealing with how to create an indigenous divination system. You're going to be able to tell them, okay, this is what's happening. That's what's happening to you. This is why it's happening. This is how you're going to be able to solve this. Let me get this medicine for you. Let me show you this. Da, 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 da. Someone has to do that. When these things happen, someone has to be there to help. And you guys are going to have to step up to the plate. So make your choice. All right, brothers and sisters. Same time next week. For the brothers and sisters in the chat room, I apologize if I have not gotten to your question. Please make a point of traveling to the IKS website. Go to the forum and post your questions there, and I'll make sure that I get to it by next week. Or also, you can also, we have a couple more minutes left. You can call in at 347-637-2431. You can call in and you can ask your last question. We have about 5 minutes left. So if I have not answered your question and you're in the chat room, I haven't got to you, don't hesitate. You can definitely call in, and I could get to your question. But let me go ahead and go through this chat room to make sure that I have all of the questions answered, because I want to make sure that I've taken care of all these questions for you. Okay. I don't see any more. Okay, I see a good question here. Brother Seeker is asking, when you're doing a spiritual bath, are there certain words, that have to be said? Yes. Yeah, the answer is yes. There's a level of communication that's there. Because you see, we gotta understand what we're dealing with here. When you're dealing with spirits, when you're dealing with spirit beings, when you're dealing with these realities, when you're dealing with the minds and the mentalities that exist within nature, it's kind of like you're dealing with someone who's right next to you. You're gonna sit next to a person that's living in your house and not say one thing whatsoever when you're trying to build or cultivate a healthy relationship with them. Of course not. You would have a conversation. You would speak to them. If you're trying to obtain a certain amount of whatever it may be, there's communication that has to be there. So you're going to communicate, to the minds and the mentalities that you may be dealing with when you're doing these specific spiritual baths. So not only are you calling on, their name, but you would also, start to talk and to explain the action that is needed or that is necessary, for the whole the reason why you're doing that whole spiritual bath. So, yeah, absolutely. So, Seeker, yes, absolutely. There are definitely things that you would have to say. There's things that you would say. There's a lot of different things that are involved in the spiritual bath. I kind of got into it, and I got into it about as much as I want to get into it. Without, I want to reserve, a certain amount of knowledge for brothers and sisters that really dedicate their time to actually taking some of these lessons and getting into it. And we're going to get into the knowledge of these spiritual baths even deeper, because this is what you're going to deal with when you deal with your traditional shrine. Lesson 1, white, how to create an indigenous shrine. We're going to deal with these things, and we're going to get in depth in them. We're going to deal with the explanations, why, how, what it's used for, so forth. We're going to get into it. It's not going to be something that someone created for you and you don't have the knowledge on how it operates, how it functions, and how it works. So it's going to be something that you're really going to be able to deal with. So until next week, travel to the site, www.IKS.yourstar.org. This is your host, Amachi Amega Apetu Unana. Until next time.